One of the great features about Nearpod is being able to upload your already existing PowerPoints that you've created and probably use on an everyday basis. So through this video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to upload those PowerPoints to Nearpod and then maybe change them around a little bit and add a few features to make them more interactive. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a web browser. I'm going to go to www.nearpod.com. And I've already signed up with an account, obviously, so I'm going to go right to the login page. You may have to register for an account first. And then I'm going to log in here. Okay, this is my library. If I'm going to create a brand new Nearpod, I'm going to go up to the upper left-hand corner, the little home page, and click on that. Now here it gives me an opportunity to explore some of the Nearpods that people have already created. Some of them are free, some of them you have to pay for. When you're using this app with your students, if they go to the Nearpod and use the nearpod.com and use the internet version instead of the app version, they would go to join and then they would punch in the code that Nearpod generates for your presentation. And here in this case, I'm going to go to create. So I want to have a brand new Nearpod that I'm going to create, and then it brings me to the template page. Each of the different presentations is going to have a welcome one where the students are going to have a page to put in their name so you can follow along and use it as an assessment tool and just a thank you. So when I have this page up, all I have to do now is I go to my PowerPoint. So I'd open that up in a different window, whether it's on your USB or on the drive at school. And then I would go into my files and I would find a unit that I have a PowerPoint already existing. In this case, this is my 6.3 notes. I would click on it, drag it over, and it automatically uploads my slides that I've already created. Sometimes it takes a couple minutes, and there they are on my Nearpod. So now from here, I can add a few things if I wish. If I wanted to add a slide, maybe to talk about the growth of the United States from the Louisiana Purchase, and I want to add that as a quiz, I would add an activity, click on the quiz, and then I could type in my question. And then I have my options below. If I wanted to add more options, I could add an answer. I can even add more questions. If I wanted to have 3 or 4 different questions about this slide, I could add them down here. So once I save that, well, I forgot I had to check the correct answer. After I save that, it's going to go back to my slides here. Now I want to make sure that that goes, if I want it right after this Louisiana Purchase map, I can slide it in so you can change the order however you want. Again, if you're adding more slides, you have the content over here. You can add a new slide where you create your own. If you want to put a video in, the slideshow feature. These other features, that's a free trial, come with the subscription. If I did not want to add content and wanted more activities, I have open-ended questions. I have polls that I could put in there, a draw it feature, which we've gone through all those different options. And again, these are some of the pay-for app features. So it's just that easy. Now I have my PowerPoint that I have completed. Now once I'm finished, I would publish it, select what grade it's for. This is a sophomore level social studies class, and then I publish it. Now it takes me back to my library, and I have right here, you can see that it's publishing. Sometimes it takes a couple minutes. Now it's published. Now I can go into a live session, and that would bring up the code that we would put in to bring my students through that presentation. If I went back and exited the live session, again, I could go back and edit this. If I didn't want anymore, I can delete it. But it's just that easy to put in a PowerPoint that's already existing that you've already used, and maybe spice it up a little bit and put in some interactive features, some quizzes, some ways to make sure that your students are grasping the information, a quick assessment tool, um, based on your notes and your lecture and your presentation.